poetry is a language of the heart. Again, we need technical language when you're flying an airplane and when you're operating on somebody and in all kinds of other situations. But there's another place that language comes from when our hearts get pierced by beauty.
Right.
And sometimes it's just, it's those groans of the spirit that are deeper than words. And it's the skilled poet who is able to put words to these experiences. And we kind of have to grope for words because we all have these experiences of beauty that you're like stunned or it almost hurts. Beauty can wound us like a wound of beauty.
Yeah.
I remember this one time years ago, I was driving with my family to, I don't know, my parents' house or something, and this U2 song comes on that I've heard 1,000 times. It's One.
Oh, yeah.
The song One, but it just starts with these delicate guitar notes. Diddle-oo, doo-doo-doo-doo, ba-da-doo-doo. And I heard those notes thousands of times, but all of a sudden I was like, oh, mercy. And tears are welling up in my eyes. And Wendy looks over me. I'm driving the car and she's like, what's wrong? I said, the beauty, it just got me. Oh, it got me. And I couldn't put any words to it. I could just groan.
Well, that's the thing. That is the proper, I think, response to beauty is you turn into a big pile of mush or tears or groanings, inexpressible groanings, or you start like similes, metaphors, music, something lyrical.
Yeah.
You have to express somehow because you're singing.
Yeah.
Which, we just talked about this in the last course I taught, but in the beginning there was music. And then it came down into poetry. And we use functional prose today when we talk to each other.
Right.
But our culture is lowering it even further into like LOL.
Right.
But we're made for so much more.
Yeah, we're made, as Edgar Allan Poe says here, for this wilder beauty than earth supplies.
Yes, and the whole created world, let's look at the first story you share here.
Yeah.
The whole created world is sacramental in a certain sense because there's an artist who made it. So it is artistic. It is art. He made it.
Yeah, if you want to get into the heart of Michelangelo, study his masterpiece.
Right.
Right? If you want to get into the heart of God, look at what he's created.
Creation.
And especially look at his masterpiece, male and female. He created them.
Exactly.
So it's going to reveal.
Lingering there, gazing, wasting time, which I think is a theme of this whole book.
Yeah,
it's
it
really
is.
this idea of where are you running off to? Why are you in a rush? You share in the opening pages of chapter 1 here this experience of the redbud tree, as you call it. I don't know if that's the Latin technical name there, but that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's the redbud tree.
It's a redbud tree.
But how it's a seasonal gift of God that comes to you every May, which is a season of life.
Yeah.
But what it's tinged with is the passing.
Yeah, the sadness.
Is the sadness that this is only happening in May.
I love this tree and I hate this tree. I'm in this love-hate relationship with this tree because these red buds, I don't know why we call them a red bud tree because they're more purple.
Yeah,
these buds that pop. And I'm like, oh, there's the beauty again. And then there's this wrestling because in 3 weeks, if that, all of those buds are going to be on the ground, brown and shriveling. And I hate that. And what does that tell me that I hate that? If I'm honest, if I look at why that irks me, like really, like I almost resent the tree because you're teasing me. Mm-hmm. You're awakening my thirst for beauty. Mm-hmm. I get to behold you for a very brief time, and then the beauty dies. And I don't like that.
What I like though, Christopher, is in this very first chapter, you're getting us to get philosophical.
Yeah.
And Socrates once said, wisdom begins in wonder. Mm. When you just ask yourself, why am I feeling these things?
Yeah.
Again, think of our culture where we're just flick, doom scrolling.
Yeah.
What a pathetic thing that is. We call it.
Is that a phrase?
Doom scrolling. Yes.
I've never heard that.
Doom scrolling is just because it's mostly just like,
right.
But to allow yourself to be hit by created reality and then to enter into a contemplative questioning, why am I loving and hating this experience so much? I mean, so for me, as I read that and felt and connected with your pain, I have my own redbud trees.
What are redbud trees for you?
A redbud tree for me is when we were growing up in South Central New Jersey, surrounded by cranberry bogs and blueberry fields. My youth. We had these trumpeter swans come it was either late November, early December. They'd stay for a couple months in the winter. Trumpeter swans from way up north would come down by the hundreds, and they would land in these cranberry bogs, and they're just blazing white, like pristine, glorious white. And true to the name, trumpeter swans, like there's just trumpets blasting across the water, open water of the bogs. So you've got just that sort of burnt orange, brownish bogs now who've passed into winter mode. You've got these glorious white swans and this mournful trumpet sound rolling over the top of the water. And you're all bundled up, and you've got your hot chocolate and you're just listening to these swans, and it's just, you love it and you hate it.
Yeah.
Because it's just getting in your gut and just, and you know what, in a month and a half, you guys are gone.
Yeah.
And I have to wait all year to hear that music again. This music that sort of wrecks me, but I love it.